Imagine Apple's first ever foldable iPhone showing up next year and immediately beating the Galaxy Z Fold 7 in the one area Samsung fans complain about the most. Not the camera, not the display, not the design. Battery life. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. And not just a small win. We're talking about a battery reportedly well above 5,000 milliamp hours for a foldable from Apple. That's the surprise that's turning a lot of heads. And it matters more than you might think. Foldables are incredible pieces of tech, but they come with a big weakness: power consumption. Two displays, heavy multitasking, bigger internal components. These phones burn through battery faster than traditional slabs. That's why battery capacity becomes a make or break feature. And right now, Samsung's Fold series has consistently played it safe with smaller batteries, even as its users keep asking for more. So if Apple really commits to a battery north of 5,000 milliamp hours, that could instantly make it one of the biggest batteries Apple has ever put in any iPhone, let alone a foldable. Now compare that to Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7. It's a fantastic device in almost every other way. Great display, refined design, improved durability, better cameras, and a polished software experience. Samsung clearly listened to feedback this year and refined almost everything users wanted. But one thing they absolutely did not touch is the battery. The Fold 7 still ships with the same 4,400 milliamp hours capacity as the Fold 6. And that's been a sticking point for power users. It's especially noticeable when you look at Samsung's non-foldable flagships. The Galaxy S25 Ultra came with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. The upcoming S26 Ultra is expected to repeat the same. Samsung knows how to make big batteries work, they just haven't done it on the foldable side yet. And that's where Apple might swoop in and steal the spotlight. But the story doesn't end there, because battery is only part of the equation. And according to early leaks, Apple's foldable might struggle in many of the areas Samsung dominates. Reports suggest it could lag behind in display tech, raw performance, and overall design refinement, especially when facing not just the Fold 7, but the Fold 8, which is what Apple will actually compete with next year. Samsung has had years to iterate on hinge durability, crease management, software multitasking, and the feel of a foldable in daily use. Apple is walking into this space for the very first time. So even if Apple nails the battery, Samsung could easily stay in the lead everywhere else. Still, you can't ignore what a huge battery win would mean for Apple fans. For years, one of the biggest wishlist items has been a foldable iPhone. Just the fact that it finally exists will be a milestone. Add a massive battery on top of that, especially one that outclasses Samsung's most established foldable, and it gives Apple something with real bragging rights, even if the rest of the specs aren't groundbreaking yet. There's also the long-term angle. Apple rarely tries to dominate every category with first-generation hardware. They usually focus on one or two standout strengths, launch something stable, and then build iteration by iteration. If battery life becomes their starting advantage, they could shape future expectations for the whole category. Suddenly, a 4,400 milliamp hour battery in a premium foldable might feel outdated because people will know Apple proved something bigger is possible. And that could push Samsung to finally take this part of the equation seriously. The Fold lineup is incredible, but power efficiency has been its Achilles heel. Competition is often the fastest way to force innovation, and if Apple's foldable shows up with a runway-sized battery, Samsung won't be able to ignore that. My take? The foldable iPhone probably won't beat Samsung on the features Samsung has spent years perfecting. Not on the first try. But if Apple nails battery life, and all signs suggest that's their plan, it could become the one feature people talk about the most. If you're using a foldable, having a device that actually lasts all day might matter more than a slightly better camera or a bit more screen brightness. So even if Apple's first foldable isn't the best foldable of 2026, it could still change the conversation. And honestly, that might be exactly what Apple wants. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.